Hey everybody, James Scugadall here. Hey, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit more about the Wim Hof Method. I know a lot of my subscribers are into crypto, and you've been looking at things today. You've noticed that it's quite a bear market, not very pleasant to look at unless somehow you've been shorting it, then you're probably very happy. Otherwise, guys, I'm just holding on, waiting for the turnaround to come, and I believe it's coming soon. But in these times of a down market, sometimes you got to focus on other things, and part of that is focusing on your body. If you've seen any of my previous videos as well, you know I've been doing the Wim Hof Method for a while. You know I've had some battles on and off with eczema. The last couple weeks it's flared up really bad. I'm just kind of petering out now, just taking cold showers only for the last week, and starting up with the breathing method with the Wim Hof again. So if you're not aware of who he is, I just wanted to go through his Wikipedia real quick with you and just touch on some of the highlights on what this breathing method and the cold exposure has enabled him to do. So he's a Dutchman, and they call him the Iceman, Wim Hof. He has a really neat accent, and I guess it looks like it's based on some Tibetan Tumo meditation, but without its religious components. And when I do the Wim Hof, I don't practice any religious components with it. I just do it for the breathing, and I do it for the cold showers or ice baths. It's apparently can alleviate symptoms of multiple sclerosis, arthritis, diabetes, clinical depression, anxiety, PTSD, bipolar, cancer. I mean, you'd have to back these up with science, right? Although I did do a before and after where I did the Wim Hof Method religiously for 10 days. Like, I did not miss a day, and I was serious about it with the Wim Hof and then a cold shower. Now, the before and after were extreme. Like, I had severe eczema, and then after 10 days it was more or less completely gone. So you can check that video out. I'll leave a link in the description below. But there have been some university studies done on the Wim Hof Method and on him himself. You can see him in this picture over here. He's in a tank of ice. He was filmed. He's been on Guinness Book of World Records numerous times. He's been studied by a number of universities. So he holds 26 world records, including for longest ice bath. In 2007, he climbed to 6.7 kilometers altitude at Mount Everest without nothing but shorts and shoes. Like, the guy's tough, man. Failed to reach the summit due to a recurring foot injury. And in 2008, he broke his previous world record by staying immersed in ice for 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 48 seconds at the Guinness World Record 2008. The night before, he performed the feat on the Today Show. So, back to back, right? It's pretty unbelievable. He went to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro wearing shorts, and only took him 2 days. He completed a full marathon, which is 42 kilometers or 26 miles above the Arctic Circle in Finland, in temperatures close to -20, dressed in nothing but shorts. Did in 5 hours and 25 minutes. That's crazy. He stood fully immersed in ice for 1 hour 44 minutes in Tokyo in 2010, and he broke the ice endurance record twice in Zell in February and New York in November. So, man, this guy just keeps breaking his own records. He's got 5 children, 4 of them with his first wife, who had committed suicide in 1995, and a son born in 2003 to his second wife. He feels the sadness of the loss of his first wife was formative in leading him to develop techniques to face low-temperature environments. And I'd heard him say that before. It was that when his wife committed suicide, he kind of went into a dark place, and he was looking for relief, and he didn't find relief in anything, and he tried a lot of different things. He traveled a lot, and then he found the cold and the breathing, and I think that helped him the most. 4 men who separately drowned in 2015 and 2016 when practicing his breathing exercise. They died after suffering shallow water blackouts in swimming pools. This is not to be done before going into the water. A shower, maybe because you got the drain open. Hopefully it doesn't fill up with water and you drown, but you should never do it before driving, diving, swimming, taking a bath, or any environment or place where it might be dangerous to faint. Because I've done this breathing method and I've almost fainted before, so makes you really lightheaded. I prefer to sit down or lay down on the ground, and you will feel tingling in your fingers and your head all over the place. So when you want to boost your immune system, this is something to look at, because there's been definitely research done, and I've talked about it before, where he was and a group of guys were injected with a type of E. coli bacteria that he had trained for 10 days, him and 10 people he trained. And then there was a control group who didn't do any of this training, the cold exposure, the breathing. They were all injected with this type of bacteria. Wim Hof and his group, no real issues. The other group got violently ill. So I wouldn't want to partake in that side of things without the training. But from my own personal experience, I've had results by doing this for 10 days straight. So now that eczema, I'm battling again. The cold alone isn't cutting it, so I'm going to get back into the breathing, and that should help alleviate some of the pain from the down crypto markets as well. Alright, so I will do one round of the Wim Hof method, and I got a little timer here. And so what you do is it's 30 to 50 breaths in and out really fast. On the last breath, you exhale all the way, hold your breath on the exhale, and finally when your body says it's time to breathe, you take a breath in, hold that for about 20 seconds if you can, and that's a round. I usually do 3 to 5 rounds of this once a day, and then the cold showers for as long as I can stand them. Excuse me. So without further ado, I will begin. So that was one round. First round, I held my breath on the exhale for 50 seconds. And then I took a breath in and held that for 15 to 20 seconds. And I can tell you guys, my fingers were getting really tingly. My head was definitely feeling dizzy. I was starting to feel it in my legs. And so apparently what that is that you're just getting hyper-oxygenated, all right? You're going into more of an alkalotic state because you breathe out your CO2, and in medical terms, you're changing your pH to a little bit more basic, and so you're retaining O2 a little bit more, and so that gives you the lightheadedness. Now, if you're holding your breath too long, which I find as a nurse, right, we see this in patients and people that need to be intubated, and babies too, like if they're in the NICU. If they're not breathing fast enough, they're not getting good enough gas exchange, they get acidotic, and then that's when they need the breathing support. This is the opposite. You're hyperventilating, you're making yourself alkalotic, and so you get dizzy because you get more O2, so that's why you can hold your breath because your blood's oxygenated. Alright, and usually I find by the third round, I'm holding my breath between a minute 30 to 2 minutes actually. And then I'm like, okay, I've got to breathe. And then I take the big inhale in, floods your brain with fresh oxygen, and that's around. And here's the thing, you can check out some of my earlier videos. I've done push-ups with this, holding breath, like you do the breathing, you hold your breath and you do push-ups. And I don't know how many push-ups you can normally do, but you should try that. I've been able to rip out 30 push-ups, and it felt very easy, which is strange because you're holding your breath the whole time. I don't know if it gives you an adrenaline boost. So part of the breathing technique and the cold therapy, part of what it does is actually, it does boost your adrenaline. It boosts your epinephrine levels, which is anti-inflammatory, which is, anti-stress, turns down your immune system a little bit. And I think that's why it can help with things like eczema, psoriasis, other autoimmune, because epinephrine levels are increased, and it's helping your body fight that. So guys, I don't know. Check it out if you like. I find it interesting. I'm going to do another, maybe I should just go solid for another 10 days here and just see if it totally clears up this eczema and reduces some stress levels. Alright guys, I hope you have a great night. Cheers. Oh yeah, if you like what I'm putting out, hit subscribe and like, alright?